Guys, what's up? It's Blackcubing, and today I have a quick review of the MoHuanShouShu Chuwen 2x2. So I actually filmed an unboxing of this cube, but I lost that video unfortunately, so I cannot upload that. But I will upload this review. So to start off with the review, let's begin with the turning. And also, I hope you enjoyed my intro there, and it also gives the basic info like the size, the weight, the color scheme, the price, etc. So let's start off with the turning. Now the first thing I want to say is that this cube is very quiet, but that was not how it was out of the box. Out of the box, it had this really weird screw kind of metally sound, like a sound of metal hitting each other. But I set that up, I loosened the tensions a bit, and as you can see, it's on pretty good tensions right now. And I also looped it, and now that sound is pretty much gone. So as you can see, this 2x2 is pretty quiet as opposed to something like the Lingpo. It's more like a Dian 2x2, but this 2x2 is also very smooth. So if you can actually see over here, there are tiny gaps between the pieces right here, so that actually reduces the friction in the cube. So if you hear this noise, then you can see that it's pretty quiet and the algorithms can be performed with little to no friction. So if you see, if I flick the layer, it goes 3/4 of the way. Sometimes I can even get a full turn like this. So it's really fast, and that might be a good thing for some people, that might be a bad thing for other people. So that's that, and that is the basic turning of this cube. One more thing is that it's slightly bumpy, so while you're turning, I don't know if you can hear this sound, but it's a very subtle bumpy sound, and that helps with the accuracy quite a lot. So moving on to corner cutting. Now if you have noticed these really big Florian cuts here, I can assure you that they are absolutely huge. So as opposed to something like a Dian 2x2 or a Lingpo or any of the other Moyu 2x2s, these Florian cuts are just simply enormous, and they basically help with corner cutting a lot. So as you can see, even on the relatively tight tensions that I have, because I have tight tensions, because on looser tensions it gets a bit too fast for me and gets a bit uncontrollable. So even on the relatively tight tensions that I have, as you can see, reverse cutting is excellent, front cutting is 45 degrees, and I will tell you that on the looser tensions it can pretty much cut any angle, but it starts getting a bit too speedy. So if you are getting this cube simply for the extreme corner cutting, then you might want to think about the speed too. And because of the good corner cutting, there are also little to no lockups. And one nice thing about this is that, unlike other cubes with big Florian cuts, it can also manage small cuts pretty easily. So really small cuts, some cubes lock up on really small cuts, so it can manage these really small cuts really easily. And it's actually, whenever you talk about the corner cutting of a cube, it's usually not just the corner cutting, it's the effort which is required to cut too, and this cube can cut with relatively little effort, so that is very good. Now after this corner cutting section, we'll move on to the lockups and the general fluidity of the algorithms when you are performing them. And this is the main reason why I chose this cube to be my main over the Lingpo. My Lingpo is very well broken in, as I've had it for many years, and a well broken in Lingpo is an excellent 2x2, but the fluidity lacks a little because it's an old cube and the Florian cuts are smaller and it's just very old. So the corner cutting is also not on par, and it does lock up sometimes. So as you can see here, this cube is pretty fluid, and the algorithms, you can perform algorithms really fast and also without much lockups. And even on these tight tensions, as you can see, the algorithms can be performed really nicely. So I'll just show you a little solve here. So as you can see, this cube does not lock up even on tight tensions, so that might be a plus factor for you. And the main thing that many people will ask whenever a new 2x2 comes out is, can it beat the Diane? And what I can say is that I do not have a Diane 2x2, but I have tried it at comps. So what I can tell you is that this cube is essentially a Diane minus the popping issue, and with slightly noisier turning and better corner cutting. So the noise is the only thing that is different, or maybe better for some people on the Diane. The Diane is much more quiet than this too, and a well broken in Diane can certainly be a good 2x2. And this cube has not even been broken in as much as my Lingpo, and I can say that it's already pretty good, and it will certainly be my new main after I properly break it in. Even now it is my main, but I keep switching between this and the Lingpo, but I'm sure that after break-in it's going to be my new main. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. And if you have any questions regarding this cube, or want to see any other videos, or you want to suggest any other types of videos, leave it down in the comments.